Choose solutions over complaints. Complaining keeps you stuck. Solutions moves you forward. If you have a difficult coworker or friend, venting about them won't change anything. But how you respond can. Instead of focusing on what they do wrong, start noticing what they do right. If you want to improve a relationship, start by building the rapport first. People are more likely to listen and adjust their behavior when they feel valued and respected. So here's how you can do that. Acknowledge when they do something well. Even a simple, "Hey, I liked how you handled that," shift the energy. Offer helpful feedback instead of criticism. Instead of saying, "You always mess up," try, "Hey, I found this approach works well. Let's try it together." Find common ground. Maybe you both enjoy the same type of music, have similar hobbies, or root for the same sports team, whatever it is. Even these small conversations, like discussing a good restaurant or weekend plans, can build relationships. When people feel understood and valued, they're more open to listening and improving. The more you highlight their strengths, the more likely they are to respect your perspective. Think about it. If you were in their shoes, wouldn't you rather work with someone who sees your strengths instead of only pointing out your flaws? So, once you've built that better relationship, how do you then bring up something that's bothering you? Here's the key. Approach them with respect, not frustration. Your body language and tone is around 70% of the communication you convey. It's important your tone is positive and your tone does not come across as forceful or frustrated. When bringing up a problem, the key is to focus on the solution rather than the blame. You want to make the conversation feel collaborative, not confrontational. Use I statements instead of you statements. Whenever you bring up an issue, frame it from your perspective rather than pointing fingers. So instead of saying, "You never respond to my emails," say, "I feel like I'm missing some key information sometimes. Would it help if we had a quick check-in?" Instead of saying, "You always interrupt me in meetings," say, "I'd love to share my thoughts fully before we bounce ideas around. Can we make sure everyone gets a turn to speak?" Instead of saying, "You're always late and it's messing up my work," try, "Hey, I've noticed we've been running behind on projects and I really want us to stay on track. How can we help do that?" Instead of saying, "You never listen to my ideas," try, "I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, and I'd also love to share my perspective too. Maybe we can find solutions together." Don't say, "You took credit for my idea in the meeting and that wasn't fair." You could say, "I really appreciated that you liked my idea in the meeting. Next time, I'd like to make sure that we both get recognized for our contributions. How do you think we could do that?" Help make it an open-ended conversation, and it invites them to be part of the solution. When you frame things and use a positive tone, people don't feel defensive. They're more likely to hear what you have to say. This small shift can have huge effects on relationship building. Find positive things that you can talk about with people that you've had difficulties with. Start building that relationship. Lead by example and acknowledge when they do good work, or just don't respond if they make a mistake. Leading by example is the best way that will help them and you with better relationships and a more productive life. After all, if you were making mistakes, how would you want others to treat you? If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more natural life hacks.